Now, hopefully that resolved our issue. And we are back, I think. How's this doing for you, Spanners? If you're still here in the chat, is this a bit better? Obviously you won't be able to tell just in the menu, but hold on. I'll try moving the camera about here so you can get kind of a bead on where the frame rate's at. I dropped the frame rate. We were at 60 FPS. I've dropped it down to 30, and we're still broadcasting in 720p, but hopefully this should be a bit less system intensive for not just the viewers, but for my system as well. Is this a bit better? Fingers crossed. I want to try and make sure we're broadcasting at, like, an ideal rate for everybody before we try to take on this mini-boss again. I'm already seeing a problem in that this guardsman here appears to have just stayed rooted in place. Okay, Spanners, you think it's running better? Okay, that is perfect. Thanks for letting me know, seriously. If there's anything I can do to improve your experience, just let me know. I mean, I'm here to entertain you, after all. So it looks like we're down to just the one guard, but I'm gonna creep about over here and see if there's anybody else, because I distinctly remember there being 4 guards before. And you'll understand why I'm being so sheepish about this as soon as you see what this boss is capable of. He is a monster at any range, basically. And the fewer distractions I have to deal with while attempting to fight him, the better. Now, if I use the little trick I picked up from just kind of seeing what other people were doing, and it actually works out in my favor, he shouldn't take me that long. Maybe only 1 or 2 tries this time. Oh, I knew one of you was hiding. Let's try that axe on an unarmored enemy. Does a fair amount of damage. And hopefully we did not just wake the entire compound. Spanner says he's a big beefy boy. Yes, he is, but nothing compared to some of the, I guess, yokai that I've seen in the other environments I've explored. Okay, now I'm actually going to equip one of our situational tools that I derided quite a bit on stream yesterday, and that is the ceramic shards that we can use to, like, call enemies' attention to specific areas. Or not. The problem is the Shinobi Hunter is just not going to let me initiate this conflict, won't let me pick off this guard without initiating conflict. So what I'm gonna do instead, since I can manage the guard pretty decently were it just him, is actually use my opening death blow on the Shinobi Hunter instead, and drain about half of his health. That way I can just pick off the swordsman on his own. So Noisemaker, yes, Banner, basically. It's the equivalent of throwing stones in Neo. Okay, wish me luck. Oh, I hate this guy. So the guard didn't give us any trouble, that's good. Oh, goodness. Come on, just give us your worst. There it is! How do you like that? Not very much, I would imagine. Oh, guys, we might actually do this. Look at that! Oh, that, friends, is what is referred to as catharsis. After being brought down by that nasty Shinobi hunter about, 4 or 5 times yesterday, I was able to rout him pretty easily today, just using some common sense and upgrading my character. So now I know exactly what I'm going to do, should I have any type of difficulties in the future, which I'm certain I will. Check back with everybody at the temple, attempt to upgrade my character any way that appears to be relevant to the situation at hand, and just use my techniques instead of standard swordplay. But yeah, that's oh, that feels really, really good. And we got another prayer bead out of that. So I assume every time we kill a mid-boss or, like, presumably a standard, like, full-on boss as well, we'll get one of those prayer beads, which is kind of like a piece of heart in Zelda. Gaming Spanner says, you straight up impaled him and he's just fine, hunky-dory. Well, after the first impaling anyway. Yeah, all of the mini-bosses I've encountered so far have 2 health bars, and a death blow, like one of those special finishers you see me performing on enemies after I break their posture or drain their health, are supposed to drain, I think, 1 or just over 1 bar of health. So all of these guys, these bigger guys, can take being run through 2 or 3 times and be just fine. I wish I could say the same for the wolf. That would be really, really nice. So we're not done yet, though, folks. Not even close. Now, I'm looking about for that pagoda that the looter told me to keep an eye out for. Maybe it's up on that hill we were just taking a look at. Got some more guards, but these are just regular bandits. Nothing to worry about. My favorite thing about the bandits is, compared to the professional soldiers I've been fighting, they actually can't fight to save their lives. Let's give that other new attack a try. Oh, very nice. I would say buying that was a good decision. The Gaming Spanner says that sounds incredibly illogical, talking about people surviving multiple impalements, I presume. Yeah, it really does. Because this is a world where supernatural creatures exist, as we saw, like, on yesterday's stream. Like, lots of supernatural forces are at play, including the mechanic that allows us to come back over and over again after death. But all of the folks who have been, like, straight-up tanks that I've fought so far are just regular people. Oh! So they've got plenty of archers in this forest. That's going to be the big challenge through here. So what we're gonna do is play this the smart but cowardly way and kind of regroup and hope that some of them, like, will sort of call off the alarm. Ah, that's the way. Nothing to see over here, folks. Whoops. Ah, well. Well, there's not exactly much you can do to me from down there now, is there? Whoops. Spoke too soon. Maybe it would be better off to just fight these guys straight up. I mean, they don't seem that strong, and while there's a lot of them in the general vicinity, I don't think any of them are grouped really closely together. Come on. Oh, hold on, I actually broke his guard. Wow. So we are slowly but surely getting better at this. That was an Axeman, I think, but his posture was significantly weaker than that of most similar enemies I've fought so far. Okay. As long as I get a stealth kill on just one or two, I'm happy. Oh, and these are all archers, so we can actually... we can make this work. It's gonna hurt, but we can make it through this. Not too shabby. Go ahead and heal up. Getting plenty of oil, so if I ever need to light anything or anyone on fire, we are good in that regard. Even more oil. Okay, so what do you want to bet, friends? They're telling me something about the boss of this area. Huh? Like, I've just got this little inkling that it might involve, like, a weakness to fire. Now, if you want to talk about big, have a look at that guy. Retreat. Because I saw there's a way I can, like, jump off the side of the cliff face and sort of rappel over to the branch on the opposite side. Maybe creep up behind them. That's what I'm going to try first, because I'd really rather not fight that big guy head-on. As I said, fight smart, not hard. Alright, Spanish, you heading out for a minute? Sounds good. Take care, man. Okay, now it's just me and the big guy. Ooh. Who seems to be an incredibly dexterous fella. No, 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 no! Wrong button! Ah, crap. It's okay, though. It's okay. We got this. We got this. Like so. Cheesing it! I see something down over there. Question is, how exactly are we going to get to it? Do I have to, like, climb my way down the cliff face, maybe? Oy. Well, let's give it a shot. Whoa, can I actually swim? Oh my god, I think I can! That's new for a FromSoft game, but okay, it's gonna make it much easier getting certain treasures. Like this contact medicine. Powdered medicine with poisonous effects, used through the ages by Ashina Shinobi. A weak poison status abnormality is inflicted upon consumption. But by inflicting the weak poison on myself, all other forms of poison become ineffective for a time. So, it's basically a temporary vaccine. That's interesting. Let's see what this fish is made of. Not much, it would happen. And we got a sparkling scale from a treasure carp. Okay, so I guess we can use these to trade with a certain merchant or trainer a bit later on. Very interesting. Now, did I see something glowing over here when I saw the treasure carp earlier? No, guess not. Good to know that I can swim now. Very good to know. Now, how do we get ourselves out of this river? Maybe there we go. Very nice. Now, if this is going by, like, standard Soulsborne logic, were I to go back to the idol and rest, all the enemies in this area would respawn, save those who vanished in, like, a corona of light, namely the big guy with the club here and the treasure carp. So, we probably want to press on and see if we can't find us another idol a bit further on in the estate grounds proper. Environments are just beautiful, as I've said before. Now, I'm no expert, right? But do you see that big guy kind of resting up against the rock back there? Yeah, he does not exactly instill any confidence in me, in my ability to carry on past these gates without being attacked by something way more powerful than what I'm currently equipped for. So, in fact, I am going to go back and rest at that shrine, and I'm going to maybe pop a couple upgrade points while we're out there as well. So we may have to fight through quite a few enemies again, but I'm going to try to take the stealthy route and just rush that guy, who I assume is going to be our boss for the evening. Okay, acquire skills. We've got 3 skill points. So what do we want? I want to save up for, like, medicinal potency. Okay, Spanners, you're back and you say the stream is still running pretty well for you. Great, I am glad to hear that. It looks like the frame rate was causing the issue there. So I think we're just going to rest and then, go see if we can't take this guy. I'm assuming it's the Bandit King, Juzo, I think it was. Just going to try to creep along here as best we're able. Can we... Yeah! There it is. Oh, and Big Guy does respawn. Was not expecting that. Hopefully they won't chase me all the way up here. Please don't chase me all the way up here. Gaming Spanner says, ain't Aladdin's dad king of the thieving bandits? Not here, apparently. Wow, I thought I was like one of only maybe 10 people who watched that movie as a child. That was the direct-to-VHS sequel, or third entry in the Aladdin series, Aladdin the King of Thieves, right? As I recall, it was better than Return of Jafar, but nowhere near as good as the original. Whoa! Man. Okay, that was pretty epic, admittedly. So I'm not anticipating a win, but I am going to confront this boss just to see like what we're gonna be working with. Here we go. Or, no, is this an NPC? Oh, it is! Not the boss quite yet, at least. Well, I'm quite relieved now. The Hidden Temple Key. The key to the hidden temple in the Hirata estate, given by the owl. The secret temple is located in the very back of the Hirata estate. Okay. Spanner says, yes, I was always a Return of Jafar guy because I have literally no knowledge of it, so it's probably better in my head than in real life. It wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination, as I recall. Granted, it's been like 10 years since I've seen it, but I do know that it suffered for not having Robin Williams return to the role of Genie, instead having a pretty passable sound-alike performance by Dan Castellaneta. And the one thing I will give Return of Jafar that was pretty great, I recall, was they were able to get Jason Alexander to join the principal cast as, like, Jafar's new sidekick. Wow, so, looks like there's no way to go but forward, as the wolf must say goodbye to his father and hopefully stop these bandits. Any loot around here we can scoop up before we move on? Apparently not. Oh, goodness. Whatever those bandits got their hands on, it worked like a charm, didn't it? Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Just some more bandits. Okay. I'm not worried, I can handle them. Gaming Spanner says, King of Thieves had a Steamboat Willie joke, if I remember, so it's clearly superior to the original. Well, that was my favorite part of Kingdom Hearts 2. They had an entire stage based around Steamboat Willie and other Disney classics, and that just made the entire game for me. And also said, of course Suicide Mouse is clearly superior to Steamboat Willie, but at least they tried. Oh, I remember that creepypasta. It was, one that always struck me more as strange instead of just outright bad, because I want to say it was one of the first quote-unquote lost episode type creepypastas I ever read, and I think was one of the earlier, like, more archetypical stories to come from that, like, subgenre. Like, I feel a lot of lost episode style creepypasta would have, actually been aided by just sort of cutting out the ridiculous escalation of, like, drama and horror at the conclusion of most of those stories, right? Like, instead of having people go mad and start attacking each other or themselves or things like that because they saw something too horrible, just have a description of a really weird, kind of messed up episode of, like, a beloved series or something like that. Just have it be bizarre, out of place, or unpleasant, and that be it. No supernatural elements aside from what's present on the recording. Maybe that would help it flow a little bit, more believably and tolerably, don't you think? Okay, so Lord Juzo's clearly pulling the strings here. There's certainly a lot of these bandits, aren't there? Oh yeah, Gaming Spanish just reminded me that that creepypasta was the one that originally ended with, like, some kind of crazed speech in Russian, right? Like it was some kind of like Soviet psychological warfare tool or something of that nature. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Lots of authors of, like, lost episode stories tend to end up taking it way too far and kind of escalating everything to a ridiculous level of drama and suspense at, like, the 11th hour. To put it in layman's terms, they jump the shark for the third act just because they can't think of anything else to do. Okay, we have a shrine, or idol, thank goodness. But there was a bit more down in that forest level that I wanted to explore before we carry on. I'll be so glad when I don't have to put up with archers anymore. Oh, wow, that's quite a lot of them, isn't it? Can I, like, break in here somehow? Nope. Spinner says I'd be inclined to agree, but the lost episode thing was always a gimmick, really couldn't well be done. Outside of the idea of Candle Cove, like how game pastas couldn't really do well unless they're been. Yeah, I kind of see what you're saying. Like, I definitely got the feeling as, like, I read more and more stories from that milieu that the best you could really hope to achieve, right, was maybe like a sort of that 5, 6 out of 10, something that was kind of interesting to the mildest possible degree, but otherwise kind of unremarkable. Okay, so apparently there is fall damage. Good to know. So is there nothing else out here? I suppose not. That's kind of a trip wasted then, isn't it? Unless, did we already come through here? No, we did not. Oh god, it's, I think this might be another Shinobi hunter. A weaker one, of course, but still. Got him! Okay, now he won't be coming back. Thank God. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm peeling out. Not up to fighting two of those guys with this amount of health. I could definitely come back later, though. But I did see... Whoa. No, 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 no. Actually, maybe I could go around and collect those items while he's trying to run me down. Not the smartest idea, but I like shiny things, so we're gonna give it a go. Just a pellet, don't need that. Mibu Balloon of Soul. Oh, it'll give us more resurrection, or charges of resurrection temporarily, I think. Yeah, that could be useful. Can we make it without being spotted? I doubt it, but we'll try. Well, I've got a shrine not far from here, so I'll go ahead and give this a shot. Oh, so close. But I have a use of resurrection, I think, so yeah, why not give it another go? Oh, that would be why. Very strong, that guy. So Gaming Spanners has a couple more messages for us. Says, kind of like how Slime Beast tried to give, like the Lost Episode concept or format a more interesting premise and kind of failed. Yeah, I enjoyed the fact that he tried to, like, formulate a backstory and a logical explanation for all of these things, while still giving it this really eerie, rationalization, right? Like, this is still a ostensibly, like, a speculative fiction horror story, but it's one more grounded in reality instead of, like, eldritch powers from beyond making slightly weird episodes of Sesame Street. I appreciated that. But the execution, as with so many stories from, like, that kind of format, like the creepypasta format, fell a little flat for me. Spanners also says, the idea of lost media is always going to be eerie, but I think original shows would be better than writing popular shows' coattails and adding hyper-realistic blood. Yes, I actually agree, totally. You've taken the words out of my mouth. Um, I have always really enjoyed speculative horror fiction that is based around media in general, like radio broadcasts, web shows, uh, television series, things like that. But I've always preferred it when a creator kind of formulates their own unique program, even if it's based very heavily on, like, a property or a format that we would all be familiar with. Like, I'm sure several have been done, like, with a children's show based roughly off of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, for instance, without actually using that property. And I think just when you have a totally original creation within which to kind of play out your creepy events or whatever you have planned for your audience, it gives you a lot more narrative freedom, because the show itself then can have always been a little unnerving or a little off-putting, kind of like a Courage the Cowardly Dog type show. Again, if you want to go with children's media as your, like, general format. And then it can get progressively creepier throughout the course of your narrative, if you would like, or things like that. And you'll forgive me if I'm rambling a bit and being somewhat vague, but let me tell you, playing video games and attempting to have an articulate conversation at the same time is slightly more difficult than you may believe. So it looks like we're just going to have to take these guys. Oh, and there's a lot of them. Okay, we can make it through this. We can make it through this. How many of these guys are there? Jesus. Okay, really thankful for the axe right about now. Let's see what our flame... Oh! And we're dead. Whoops. That one was my fault. Totally my fault. Oh, that is very short-ranged. Wow. Whoa! Got him, somehow. Oh gosh, might actually be best to just retreat temporarily. Oh, Gaming Spanner says, I agree, like Candle Cove, or even to an extent Petscop, the online horror fiction series that is kind of done in a similar way to the Ben Drown Majora's Mask creepypasta, for those of you out there maybe in the VOD audience who don't know. It's brilliantly done, I have to agree, Spanners. I'm actually quite a big fan of, like, Petscop simply due to the phenomenal amount of effort that the creators put into it. they designed like their own totally fictional PS1 game that still, I believe, is a fully functioning game in its own right, and recorded all of these vlogs, kind of like Let's Play videos, ostensibly from the perspective of somebody who just got a copy of this old unreleased game, and are just playing through it to see what's in there. And there's this very dark story that is open to like multiple interpretations that slowly plays out as they kind of interact with these different, I wouldn't even say entities, because it's not implied it's anything supernatural, but these different characters inspired by potential, like, real-life tragedies in the game. It's brilliant. Nightmind, the phenomenal YouTuber who covers loads of speculative horror fiction, did a great breakdown of Petscop for anybody out there who would be interested in learning a bit more about it. Divine Confetti. Oh, so this will allow you to, like, harm ghosts in the same way that the Transient Curse in Dark Souls 1 allowed you to attack the ghosts of New Londo. Okay, that's going to be useful at some point. We've got to be coming up on, like, a Lord Juzo, yeah? More ceramic, to replace the one we threw, ostensibly. Spanner says I need to catch up on Petscop, but it's long as hell and I'm a busy guy. No, I totally get you there. It is a long series, but one thing I also really appreciate about Petscop, based on what I've seen, and keep in mind I've not seen it all either, right, is, unlike a lot of, like, speculative horror fiction web series, Petscop has a lot of, like, weight to it without just an excess of filler, and I really appreciate that. Because a lot of, like, horror web series, even those that are really well done, seem to not have the greatest respect for their audience's time. And I understand pacing is something, especially in media like that, that's very difficult to get down, like, just right, but I've seen a lot of series just kind of really go astray, specifically when it came to pacing. So I'm assuming that big guy there is Lord Juzo. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's actually going to be time to go rest at the idol one last time, just to see if we can't get some new skills or something like that, and hopefully not suffer quite so extensive losses on the way to Lord Juzo this time, now that we know exactly where he is. Oh, Spanners, you say Pyrocynical did a video on Petscop as well? Wasn't he the guy that used to make, like, reaction videos to, like, just weird little oddities from around the web? I didn't know he expanded into, like, covering horror fiction and things like that, but that's pretty cool. I might have to check that out. So I think I might actually be able to avoid most of those guys if I play my cards right. But the question is gonna be, how do I deal with all those guards outside of the main complex without, or while, combating Juzo? Something tells me this is gonna take me a few tries, but that's alright. Let's get some combat skills. So I think what I'm actually going to do, instead of getting that medicine upgrade, is I'm going to get the suppress presence buff just to help us out here. Oh, and that has given us some really nice abilities that we could potentially take next. But I'm also going to get maybe the Whirlwind Slash. I think some crowd control might actually be useful here. Oh, hello. Are you reading this, guys? Check this out. Restores vitality upon performing a successful death blow. And if you haven't noticed, death blows are what I use to finish off just about every single enemy in the game. So, if I can get over here, we will have it made. Well, I know what I'm building my way up towards now. Oh wait, I have to equip that Whirlwind Slash. Okay, because there's multiple commands that can be mapped to L1 and R1. So Spanner says that Pyrocynical's really expanded his content lately. Oh, that's good. I might actually check his channel out then. I was never a huge fan of like what he and some other guys used to do, like kind of the what you could charitably call reaction videos, but was mainly just like straight up mocking people. It's not my scene at all. So we will suffer fewer losses, at least. That's kind of desirable, yeah. Whew. Man, these archers never lose sight of you. Really, really persistent, guys. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is actually use my shuriken launcher to kind of kite some of these guys out a little bit closer. Right like that. Perfect. Come on now. Come on. Don't be afraid. Oh, wow. That guy is more powerful than I was anticipating. Not good at all. And once more. Come on. Yeah, now imagine if every single one of these death blows restored some of my health. That would be heavenly. Whoops, that one was an archer. Bad call. Oh, here's Juzo. We've aggroed him. Not good. Not good. So what, does he breathe fire or something? No, he just vomits on us. Oh, yep, that's about what I was expecting. See, I hoped maybe there was a way I could ignite his alcohol or something, but no, that's just wishful thinking on my part. So let's think. What exactly could we do? To, like, trounce Juzo. It didn't look like he had any, like, serious weaknesses. Maybe I will give the old flamethrower another shot, just in case. Gonna try to creep our way around, and of course it doesn't work because archers. Always archers. So good news, looks like they don't follow us. Or all that quickly, at any rate. We can very quickly gain back our lost ground. Hey there! All right. So the one thing I noticed was, unlike a lot of the mini-bosses, I was actually, like, whittling down Juzo's health with standard attacks. So, worst case scenario, maybe if I learn his pattern I can actually get him down, but... Be great if I could land, like, a surprise death blow on him somehow. Excellent. Who is this? Someone who will help me, maybe? Ah, come on, dude. Please help. Perfect. Great. We will actually have some help this time. I will gladly take it. So hopefully my buddy here can hold out for a little while. Yeah, this is not so bad. Of course, it's also not remotely fair, but... Since when have I been concerned with fairness? No, buddy! Whoa, we actually got him! Nice! Nice! Oh, wow. Yeah, that's about what I'd expect. But alright, we at least have a chance here, ladies and gentlemen. This is almost exactly how I would imagine a sumo would fight with a sword. In fact, those are sumo-style moves he's using with his palms. We got him! Yes! Oh, look at that! Beautiful! Beautiful! And we got his half-empty bottle of, like, filthy, unrefined sake. Okay. That's a victory of a sort, I suppose. Actually, I could really use that right about now, but yes! Okay, so we teamed up with a great little ally here in the past, who is presumably a schmear on the ground right now, and we actually brought down Lord Juzo on our second try. Guys, that is incredible. You witnessed history. You just witnessed a moment, a frighteningly rare moment of competence on my part. Don't ever forget that. Tell your kids about it someday. That is awesome! Now, I suspect, now that Juzo's out the way, we're going to be able to get some kind of special reward here in the past, which I'm guessing is going to be that memory I've seen, like the count of memories 0 to 1 you'll see like on the upgrade screen when we stop in at the shrines. So, Maybe that's going to be a really useful upgrade item of some description. Now just wait, I'm going to go in there and there's going to be like a giant demon or something as like the real boss, and Juzo respawns every time I die. Oh. Oh, yes, indeed. There are more enemies. For some reason. Well, it's alright. Nothing can kill this high now, guys. That was amazing. One more archer for the road, I guess. Just more oil? No big deal. Anything here? No, but there's someone out there. We'll be right with you, sir. Is there anything in this room? Or this, like, little series of rooms? Another idol, which is odd. Now here I thought Juzo was like the big boss of this area and we would have been good to go. Wishful thinking, I suppose. Juzo, by the way, now that I actually got the chance to fight him in person, is the boss I saw from the preview footage, so... not too shabby. The Hirata Audience Chamber. Oh wait, no, we want to rest here now that we can. And yeah, you see there we can obtain something called memories. And I would assume we would want to. Oh. Is this the same old woman who gave us the bell? I think it might be. It looks like the same character model. And she mentioned that she was a Hirata retainer in the present day. So yeah, it sounds like there are some kind of monsters deep in the complex. Anything else for us? I suppose not. Okay, so it looks like we're still not quite done. More archers, okay. Oh, and now here's the sun. Again, it looks like. Illusion techniques? So are we going to be fighting like another Shinobi? Okay, so we need like, maybe a certain technique in order to fight whatever's on the other side of this. Oh, and here it is. Snap seed. A few more seeds that make a loud noise if you snap them. Useful for breaking the effect of illusion techniques. So this is how I will defeat, like, illusionists or other shinobi, I'm assuming. So we'll go ahead and take this snap seed. It's more than a little ominous, isn't it? It's got me kind of on edge for whatever's going to be coming next. Because, I mean, if that guy outside was just, like, the warm-up... oh, I would hate to see what the big bad in this area is going to look like. Tell you what, we will go ahead and get that snap seed primed right now. Does he have anything else for us real quick? Alright, what we dealing with? You hear that? It sounds like roiling fire or rushing water down here. Alright. Let's see how bad the damage is. Yeah, no, this environment typically tells me that everything's gonna be just fine. It's kind of beautiful, isn't it? Oh, not quite what I was expecting. So she's going to be some type of mage, I take it, unless she turns into some type of monster. Oh, this is gonna be unpleasant, isn't it? Yeah, we've already received it. So she only has 1 bar of health, which is frightening in its own right. So she's some type of shinobi as well, clearly. Or kunoichi, more precisely. Very nimble. I just have to find a way to build up her fatigue. So she's like using what look like threads of silk to suspend herself in midair. This can't be the whole fight, right? I mean, like, come on. Oh, well. Maybe? Fingers crossed? Please? Nope. Ah, that's it. She keeps coming back unless... Ooh! Man! Oh, whoops. So, okay, we clearly learned how to manage her without much trouble. But the problem is, I think we have to bring her down twice. And it looked like, as you saw just before the screen faded out, she called in like an army of phantasms. Maybe the snap seed is meant to, like, dissipate those phantasms. Well, I'll give it one more shot, but if we really do need a snap seed to finish her off, then I'll just have to come back later. Unfortunately. I like this boss. I like this one quite a bit. Yeah, so I was expecting some kind of, like, mage due to, like, the references to illusions. But no, she is just a straight-up brawler. Pretty tough brawler at that. Okay, so we've got the first phase as down as it's going to get. There we go. Gotcha. And now, since I don't want to have to deal with the phantasms, I'm going to try to keep you in a corner, if I can. Hold on, I'm also going to equip, just in case, the Divine Confetti, in case it will allow me to attack the phantasms if they come after me. I think she keeps trying to use her illusions, so... maybe if we just keep her on the back foot, we can have a slightly easier time of this. No, 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 no. Oh, wow, wow! Okay. Not expecting that. So yeah, I think we'll try to progress on with the main story just a bit back in the present before we come back to, deal with, Lady Butterfly head-to-head, just because of those illusions. Thankfully, we've got Unseen Aid, so we don't lose anything. Yeah, we're gonna go see what else we can do right now. Okay, so I've unlocked samurai training with, I think his name was Hanbei or something? The Undying? For the Mikiri counter. And I'm actually going to go do that real quick because I think I saw a tooltip that somewhere like on a loading screen that mentioned occasionally I can receive things, like get little bonuses for completing some of his training sessions. Nothing in the offering box, that's good. Alright, let's do this. Very nice. Okay, so the timing isn't too strict. Relatively speaking. I think as long as you're still in your dodge animation, when their attack connects, you will be able to pull off the Mikiri counter, so it's not quite as harrowing as like pulling off a perfect parry in Dark Souls. Which is good. Good for me, at least. I do really appreciate that they gave you the option to, like, hone your swordsmanship in a totally safe, environment. Because, let me tell you, friends, this takes just a little getting used to. Oh, where's our friend? Where's the doctor? Oh, she's in here with the sculptor. So, for instance, that old woman is someone we'll likely need to visit. Hold on, give me just a minute, guys. Just a moment. Give us just a minute, a delivery's come to the door. I'll be right back, y'all. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Just had to get a package in really quickly. So now, to carry on until we can get more of those, snap seeds, I'm going to carry on with the, Ashina outskirts path here. By the way, how's everybody enjoying today's stream? I know we've made quite a bit of progress, so I'm very happy with that. But, what are you guys thinking of it so far? You liking the game? I'll say this much, it is definitely a tougher beast than any of the Soulsborne games, in my opinion. Okay, so if we're back here, that means we will get to reacquaint ourselves with our old friend, Hell Chicken! Seriously, what is the deal with this thing? It's just driving me a little crazy. Because those were in the past as well. Hell Chicken was at the Dragon Spring pilgrimage, like, area as well. So while we're out here, we'll go ahead and get a sample of blood from the old woman. Man, these guys are kinda nothing after everything I've been fighting in the past. Nice. Now let's see, I think I read something... Whoa! So he was able to block an axe attack. That's new. Whoop! I forgot there was a big boy out here. A very big boy. Okay. Now, I didn't fight this guy directly the last time we were here, I just kind of caught him with a death blow from behind. Whew! Woo, 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 woo. Oh, definitely don't want to do this again, guys. Ah! Retreat. Just full-on retreat. Great, we've got a dragon rot sample. That'll come in handy. We're going to sneak our way around here, because if you'll recall, there's a guy with a hand cannon right up there, who we don't want to have to mix it up with at a distance. Perfect. We'll go ahead and pop our pellets, because I just really want to reach a new shrine, or before we lose all of our life here. Also, it looked like I could have landed a death blow from above. I didn't know that. Alright, yo, bring it on. One at a time, preferably. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Not like that, not like that. Easy, easy. Oh! Okay, Whirlwind Slash, not as effective as I was hoping. So that's one down. Okay, so dodging to the side works on all of their attacks, it would appear. Also, really good information I should have picked up on much earlier. But now we know how to take care of the standard Ashigaru pretty consistently. Yeah, dodging to the rear just never worked because there's a bit too much, like, forward range on those, I believe, like their slashes. Is this more Hell Chicken? I think this is more Hell Chicken. Yep. And there would be our idol. Excellent. Want to get over there ASAP. Perfect. And we might as well go ahead and rest here, because it's not like we've cleaved a path through many of the enemies around here yet. Really could use more of those seeds. The seeds that give us additional charges for the gourd. Anybody skulking around down there? No, but looks like an NPC over there. Some kind of merchant, maybe? The kind of merchant who might have, say, snap beans? Snap seeds? Oh wait, it's the looter! Look at that! Well, that's kind of cool that they have throwbacks like this to the, like, past, story chapters. Oh, so we have to give him some money. How much does he need? Oh, just 50, sen. Yeah, that's not bad. Sure. Wasn't particularly useful info, but hopefully his shop will be worth something to us. Oh, so he's just like an information broker. But let's buy one more little parcel of information to see what he has. Oh, it's the flamethrower, okay. Oh, so he's going to give our money, or give us, just like some oil. Not really worth the money, in my opinion, so we'll just carry on here. Oh, we've got ghosts or something. Visions of the past. Okay. So it looks like we can access visions of the past at certain points. Might be interesting if the lore turns out to be really compelling. I'm kind of split on the story right now. It hasn't really drawn me in. The world itself is far more enthralling, I think. Like, just kind of this feudal Japanese sword and sorcery thing they've got going on. I think that's really cool. Get some more pellets, why not? Oh yeah, look at the size of that guy up on the steps. So that's either an NPC or... No, this rather is somebody who is either insane or possessed by some kind of monster, so we're going to need our fire weapon for this. Okie dokie. Well, let's give it our best. Looks like the big guy, who is insanely strong and a mini-boss, has quite a bit of health. There we go. Light him up. No, 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 no. Ah. Woo. Oh, and a Shinobi hunter, because we are all about the good times around here. Whew! So I don't know how effective I'm going to be here, you guys. No, 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 no! Oh, wow, so this guy is just all grapples all the time. That's kind of what I'm getting here. So the Chained Ogre looks like that fight's going to be tough, but definitely doable. So long as I clear out the spearman up on the Overlook. Thankfully, he was not a real Shinobi hunter, he didn't have that much health. Okay. Here we go. Give us just a moment, Mr. Ogre, sir. Alright, now I better get ready for grabs all day long. So yeah, he's definitely afraid of fire. That much is good. Ooh, trying to give us the WWE treatment here. Oh! Okay, so we have to dodge to the rear for that attack. Oof. Goodness, he's strong. But if I hit him with the fire immediately after a grapple, then it actually, appears to allow me to ignite him. Ah. Shouldn't have dodged right into the wall. Should not have dodged right into the wall. Yeah, these guys are new. He looks kind of reminiscent of an Oni. Oh, got him! One more mini-boss down, guys. That's... what, 3 prayer beads we'll have acquired today alone? Yeah, so now that we've got 4 of them, we can offer them at the idol over there and increase our health and stamina. Perfect, that is exactly what we want. And a latent skill that increases the healing effect of recovery items. So this isn't quite as powerful, I think, as the variant we can buy using skill points, but this is going to make our gourd and pellets a bit more potent. Oh, that is awesome, you guys. So, might not quite be ready for the big time with Lady Butterfly, but we can definitely handle some ogres. Good to know. That fight was not too tough, actually. I mean, it hit like a truck, understandably, being about, what, 9 feet tall, but, once I got the timing for most of its attacks down, it really wasn't that difficult to just dance about it. That's why I tend to prefer really fast, kind of dexterous characters. Now we're going to go ahead and finally enhance physical attributes. We have our first prayer necklace. Loose prayer beads strung together in offering to a sculptor's idol. Increases maximum vitality and posture. A prayer bead necklace befits the strong. The ferocity of Ashina's army is renowned throughout the nation. Its generals are especially talented, and every one of them is accomplished in the Ashina sword style. Well, that's lovely. So now we are, I would imagine, a fair bit tankier. We'll rest just to top ourselves off, and I think I'm going to keep the stream going until either we encounter a proper boss or our next mini-boss or something like that, or make our way to the next idol, and then we'll call it a day. Made quite a bit of progress today, taking down 3, like, real mini-bosses to yesterday's 1. I don't really count the general from the prologue, seeing as how he was about as difficult as your standard Ashigaru, and had as diverse a moveset. Oh, Shinobi Hunter would give me absolutely no problems now. I love that special counter. I hope we can unlock a few more moves like that in the future. But hold on real quick, I wanted to inspect the area around the gate down here just to make sure I didn't miss anything. So we came around, like, the left side of the gate and kind of totally neglected this area. Was there anything that I missed? Doesn't appear to be. Doesn't appear to be. So now it looks like we're just going to have to breach this checkpoint. And who knows, there's probably something even more horrible waiting for us on the other side. Okay, so here we have a monocular, something we can use just kind of if we want to get a closer look at something off in the distance. Every Souls game, I want to say, except Demon Souls, maybe Bloodborne, has included a similar item. I never found them all that useful unless I was running... Speaking of incredibly useful items, though, we got another Gourd Seed, very nice. I never found the binocular-type items all that useful unless I was running to accomplish very specific tasks using a ranged character. Specifically a ranged character who only had access to a crossbow, since you could actually get a bit of a zoom and aim with standard bows in the Souls games, but I digress. We got a Gourd Seed that is going to prove extremely useful to me moving forward, and that's another general, isn't it? Crap. Well, we're going to give it a try just to see, like, what's waiting for us. I don't know, you guys. Do you think I can take this one? I am uncertain after the time the last samurai general gave us. Nice and easy. Hopefully I can creep around the perimeter and score a death blow on him. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Definitely want to get rid of these Matchlock Ashigaru before we actually try to fight the big guy. So I'm hearing lots of rifles. Not a good sign. Oh, wow, I'm just not getting anything out the way I want to right now. That's alright. Oh, and they're sounding a very crude alarm. Well, we can't have that now, can we? Gotta get a death blow on that general, so I've gotta be really cautious here. This guy, oddly enough, kept a beat on us. Let's just lie in wait for him over here. Hopefully he's just got the standard 2 health bars, and he does. Great. Oh, are you kidding me? He's not gonna move, is he? Well, alright. There's other ways of dealing with this. Gonna go ahead and siphon up all the cash in the area. Hashtag siphon that cash. And... brilliant start. General Tenzin Yamauchi. So this is just another big guy. Looks like he has the same moveset as our original general as well. So yeah, I'm definitely learning my way around this game, because he's not giving me quite as hard a time as the first general did. Whew. Almost got you. Yes! And I take it that's one more prayer bead for the pile. Right in front of the last one, too. How do you like that? And a fair amount of money. I will take it where I can get it. Look at that, guys. We are making progress like you would not believe, or at the very least, I would not believe. Whew. So it looks like we're a good ways into this compound now. Anything up here? No, can't access that. So it looks to me like our ultimate goal is that way, of course. But there might be something for us to explore down here as well. More confetti. Which we did not need to harm Lady Butterfly's little illusory ghouls. Turns out they all just collapse in one strike, but their presence alone makes the battle a lot more intense, so I'm gonna wait until I have some snap seeds before we go back and try to finish her off. And it looks like I'm gonna be needing this confetti because there's some kind of, like, zombies up ahead. So, might be prudent to enable ourselves to actually put them down. So where do we go from here? Have I just totally put myself, no pun intended, out on a limb? No. No, I have not. It looks like I can, like, grab onto that little cliff edge. Ah. Whew! Ooh, boy, that was really clutch. Quite literally clutch, actually, but we made it. So let's see what's going on down here. More Gaishin sugar. I guess we just have to jump down. Alright, let's see what we're in for. Ooh. Ambiance faded out. This looks perfectly fine. Not foreboding at all, you know? Love to go for a hike in a place like this. Just love to. Oh boy, have we found the catacombs? I think we may have found the catacombs. Have we found a way out? Please? Yes? No? Looks like no. Alright. So it looks like we're going to have to just charge that monstrosity if we want to make it out of here. So I'll go ahead and pop some confetti just in case. Yep, it's one of the headless. And I'll say, whoa, what's it doing? I can't dodge. I could not dodge. Oh, I get it. It's literally got, like, this heavy, oppressive atmosphere. So I take it we're going to need a special weapon of some type for that as well. My fault for not heeding the warning, I suppose. Interesting, nonetheless. So we've got, like, several different paths we can take. We could go fight Lady Butterfly, the Headless, or just kind of keep pressing on. Oh, no, and, now, our buddy, whose memories we've been journeying through, has, the dragon rot. which further reduces our chance of earning unseen aid. So I'm gonna go collect a blood sample from him, and then I tell you what, I'm probably actually going to head back to drop those off with the doctor, and maybe call it a stream there. I mean, we've made a ton of progress today. And we have opened up multiple avenues for further exploration. I love the number of bosses and mini-bosses in this game. It is the greatest density of such characters in any FromSoft game to date, just based off of what I've seen so far. And I love that, because there's few things I love more than a really well-done boss encounter. And this game tends to do them really well. Come on. That'll get you. There we go. Got him. Unfortunately, every time I die, I lose a ton of money. Okay, so it looks like we have to cure the mother before the son will allow us to take a sample. That's great. Well, best get those, or that sample back to the doctor ASAP, then. Thankfully, I only lost 1% chance of receiving unseen aid after he got dragon rot, so that's not too bad, I suppose. And you know, for a FromSoft game, we really haven't died all that many times. I mean, like, died and achieved, like, a game over state. We have died and resurrected many, many times, but I don't think that actually has any bearing on, the virulence of dragon rot. So there's quite a bit more plot in this game than your standard, like, modern-day FromSoft fare. I do appreciate that. Oh, very good. So it sounds like soon we'll have some kind of way to counteract the dragon rot. Brilliant. So, friends, we are actually in pretty good shape. I mean, today alone we have obtained 2 new Shinobi tools, actually acquired our first main, like, passive upgrade in the form of our prayer necklace, defeated, what, 4 or 5 mini-bosses, well, quote-unquote mini-bosses, I think they're supposed to be, like, full-on bosses, and encountered at least 2 significant roadblocks that it's going to take quite a bit of strategizing and proper planning to overcome, and made quite a bit of progress in general. I would say the wolf is in much better condition than we found him in earlier today, and it seems like we are going to have a way of ameliorating some of the ill effects of the dragon rot in the near future, meaning my incessant deaths won't set us back quite so far. But most importantly today, we were able to waste the Shinobi Hunter on our first go, after getting just stonewalled by him for just under an hour yesterday. So I'm feeling great about our progress right now, and as always, I want to thank each and every one of you, whether you're watching on Twitch or you have the extreme patience and fortitude to sit through this whole thing live, or VOD rather, on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and your patronage. And as always, if there's any suggestions or requests you have for me, any critique concerning how I could improve either my tech setup, my broadcasting, or my kind of conduct and bearing on stream, please let me know. I'm really looking for that stuff right now because I'm still rather new at all of this. And I just hope you have enjoyed this stream. I hope you're enjoying the game so far. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I won't be streaming probably until the middle of next week, so expect to return to Sekiro sometime around there, 3 or 4 days. Thank you all so much once again, and until next we meet, take care.